Is this... There we go. It's actually close enough to where it can actually hear me fairly well, I'm pretty sure. No game audio polluting the mic. That's nice. Alright, we're live. Hello everybody, my name is Maro. Thanks for sticking around. Welcome to Slot Car Rivals All Court. Without further ado, time to get into the run. I'll give you the countdown. Yes, that's right, me. And it's not even... Sorry, that was bad. Alright, 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so this category is called All Courses with Booster. And if you noticed on that previous screen, there was a golden computer chip with some stats that read plus 19 and then plus 00. This is a speed run, so of course we maxed out our top speed. The way you max out your top speed is you street pass 10 short Miis, one of which has gold pants. And there's one. The controls for this game are deceptively simple. You press A to go, you let go of A to stop. You have a horn, but it doesn't do anything. Although it does sound pretty cute. And between the two, these red strips on the wall, or on the road I mean, you have to let go of A to slow down so you don't fall off and crash. And then, once you are down a certain amount of speed, and start again, and you'll get an excellent, which gives you a slight boost. If you're sloppy, you can get a boost called a cool, which I pretty much never get. It's a lot harder to get those than to miss it or to crash. Alright, so this course here, fairly simple. What you saw me do there, it takes about 1.5 seconds for this car's booster to get you up to top speed. So if you're not at top speed, you don't have to slow down over corners. It allowed me to ignore that first corner pretty easily. And now we are in what are called EX courses. Are the same or similar layouts to other courses, but they are backwards. So like you might notice, the first course was called Simple Circuit. This is Circuit Simple. I'm sure someone had a very, very hard time coming up with that name. And between the 9 courses with EX versions and the final course, there are 19. Something I didn't mention when we were on the first version of the forest level, I believe it's called Fairy Tale. The yellow ramps are automatic. You go over them, you're launched from a spot. Get pushed to a specific speed. A little faster than top speed, I'm pretty sure. And then just one more time. And yes, this is one of the Street Pass games. It was released in September 26th during the 3DS Direct. I remember it very distinctly because I was in the bathroom and I popped off and almost broke my phone. Anyway, kind of see on the top corner, there is this green ramp here. And you have to hold down on the green pad there, and when you get to the rainbow section, and the closer you get to, the faster you will go. It warps you from whatever your spot you are, spot on the track. And as you saw before, if you miss, you crash, and it takes about 1.5 seconds to get up to top speed, plus the animation, putting the car back on the track. And for Class B here, I am menuing with the touchscreen instead of using L or R to change class, and then the D-pad to change course. I am left-handed, so it's a lot easier to deal with. So this course I've always found interesting because it has layout change on lap 2. You can see now we got this whole new set of corners. A corner around every corner, as they say. And then one more time with the original layout. And this course is one of my favorites here. It's fairly straightforward, but at the end of the lap, you'll see exactly why it's called... Well, one, it's called Desert Swirl. Well, it is in the English version. Oh, I forgot to mention. There is no region difference. The reason I'm playing in Japanese, first and foremost, is that it was the cheapest capture card. The gameplay is identical. Everything is the same, at least during the run. And the run is in Ghost Race, which is this game's version of Time Trials. Why you can see that semi-transparent car currently beating me around the track. Can't catch up to him. Almost. Oh, God. That was a lot of dropped frames. I didn't even notice that. And then here, the ramp is right at the start, so we can get up to full speed very quickly, making this shorter than the non-EX version. Like you can see the loop is on the other side. One more time around. A 9:49, that was a really good lap too. That's insane. And then here with the EX version, this is my favorite course in the game, and the reason why is that you lay out for lap 4 laps 1 and 3. And there is a corner skip up here. You can skip the first 2, but not the third. I have made that mistake too many times. And then this is the layout from 1 and 3 of the non-EX version. And then as you can see, we'll have the corners around every corner up here. And then we are done with Class B. Now we are on to Class A. Now these are where the courses start to get a lot more hectic. This course has a boost pad, which is basically the same as any other boost pad. Doubles your speed. Well, nearly doubles your speed. Go zooming across. Oh, geez. I was hoping I didn't have to show that off. That is one of the costliest crashes in the entire game. You lose all the speed you had built up. Like you can see there. Like, I just lost like 2 seconds to that one crash. It's a lot more technical than the control scene would let it seem. We actually had so much speed built up there that we were able to go off the ramp after we had lost control of the slot car, which is hilarious. And then this course I think is the most satisfying to play, but it's still not my favorite. It creates this really interesting dynamic with, you know, untapping A pretty much, and then holding it and releasing it at just the right time. There's like a second in between one. Really satisfying. Like that last turn, I can feel that as I cross it. One more time around. Oop. Not menu down to hit. Oh, wrong course. Yeah, menuing in this game is kind of precise because you have to wait for an animation to end. And that animation can eat input space. Like, it looks like it's over before it actually is. And it's gotten me so many times, including now. So, one thing I have not mentioned yet is how slopes affect your speed. Obviously, when you go down, you're a little bit faster, and when you go up, you're a little bit slower. It affects the timing for these corkscrews here. Especially that one, which is pretty much impossible to see if you don't already know it's there. Oh no, my frames, what's happening? I'm so sorry. And this one has, I believe, an equally costly crash backwards version of Full Course. It's called Carbo Load Road. You know, nothing says racing game like watching a tiny pink giraffe across a giant dinner table. At least anyway. And then we got that right there. Didn't crash once. That is awesome. And now we had Soaring Skyway. Now we have Stormy Skyway. Dark and spooky and ominous. But when you play in if you play in Race with Rivals, the music is still as upbeat and cheery as it is for for the non-EX version. Which when you see this, you're like, it's gonna be dark and ominous, and it's just like a little upbeat. One of my criticisms of Ghost Race mode is that you don't get the level music. You get this generic, like, tracks removed version of the intro. Not as dynamic. And now we're coming up to the final set of courses. This one, if you've seen my streams ever, you know this course sucks. It's called Mountain Coaster. And it starts off with this tiny little green pad. And if you miss that, you lose like a second and a half right there. I actually changed my camera view with the X button, just so I can get a better look at it. And we got it 3 for 3. That is incredible. A 1913 is fantastic for that course. It is incredibly precise to get that all 3 laps and not crash up top. I am so pumped that I got that. And then here on the EX version of Desert Swirl, we are pretty much doing the same thing. No corner skip, and they also removed one of the strips, or one of the strips basically, at the bottom. Which I think, I mean, I could see why they would do it. I don't say I agree with it, but you know, it is what it is. What it is, what it is, what it is. And now this one I think they put the most work into when it comes to actually changing how the course looks. Because it's not just a forest now. Now it's like, we got transparent blue stuff. But they also took out one set of strips on the corkscrew. But only on the first one. Then one more time around. Yeah, the ghosts, my other criticism of this game is that the ghosts that I'm racing, they don't keep track of the ones you do in time trials. So in order to actually update your ghost, you would have to go to a Race with Rivals, which takes play coins. You might not always get short meat, won't have the same stats every time. It's a whole mess. And here we are on the final course. We got a corner skip, got this thing, got another loopity-loop, and if you don't mash horn when you're on that loop, then I am not friends with you, I'm sorry. Oh lord. Just how much time you lose if you don't get those pads. Saw the ghost zoom right on by. And this is the final course, so time will end on the end of this lap as I cross the finish line. And time. Oh man. I really enjoyed this. Like, I played pretty well for marathon setting. This is my first run in any marathon, plus the first Street Pass game in a marathon. Oh, man. What's the final time? I don't have stream open. Yeah, it says lose, but I feel like a winner either way. $13.55. All right, that's not bad, not bad. Sub 14 was pretty much my goal. The world record is 13:31. I set it days ago while practicing this very marathon. Thank you guys so much. If you want to learn this game at all and pick it up for free off the eShop, like I said, there are no version differences. I'm pretty sure old 3DS runs it pretty much just as fast. There's no performance issues or anything. You don't need a capture card. You do not need a capture card. You have ILs. If you don't want to set up all the stuff to get the top speed booster, we do have no booster categories, which is a little bit different, arguably more technical. You can check those out over at speedrun.com/SCR. You can check out the whole Street Pass series at speedrun.com/StreetPass. They both have links to a Discord where you can join for slot car rivals and any other Street Pass game you might want to run. Thank you so much. Hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of the marathon. I know I will.